Hello, and welcome to the El Rancho Leaders in Education podcast. We're so excited to share captivating conversations about our students, schools, and educational programs offered here in El Rancho Unified School District. Now it's time to welcome our Superintendent, Dr. Marco Villegas.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Leaders in Education from El Rancho Unified School District. My name is Dr. Marco Villegas, and I am the proud superintendent of this school district. And we've been holding this podcast, getting to know our community, getting to know our school district, and getting to know our students. And today we have a treat. We have three of our wonderful seniors here in El Rancho Unified School District. We have Ariana Jauregui, who is with us today, a senior. We also have Madison McIntyre, also a senior. And we have Kayla Garcia, also a senior here in El Rancho Unified School District. Welcome to our podcast and glad you are here. And so we're really happy to have you. So I'm going to start with a basic question because as we're coming to the end of 2023, it's always an opportunity to reflect and to reflect on what this year has brought us. And so I want to ask you just a question. What has been the number one highlight for 2023? So I'm going to put that question out there, and if you want to answer, you go first.
My highlight of 2023 was probably transferring to Ruben Salazar High School. It really was like a different perspective for me. It really changed my perspective on school and learning.
How so? What are some of the things that you experienced there?
Just the whole learning is it's so different from El Rancho when I was going here. I think the teachers are more invested in just your personal life and your story and everything, and they always have an answer or they always try to help you guide and even if it's not about school, it's just always they're always there for you.
Awesome. So it's a smaller environment. You get a more personalized attention and more of a customized type of effect. So that's a great opportunity that El Rancho has that opportunity to have that smaller class size support and certainly the big comprehensive high school experience overall. How about anyone else? Kayla?
I would just say being around with good people, be with your friends. I don't know, just surround yourself with good vibes all the time.
Yeah, so having good, in Spanish, there's a saying, dime con quién andas, te diré quién eres, which translates, tell me who you're with and I'll tell you who you are. So you're saying, hey, hang around with people who are good and positive, and that leads on to you and it makes you have success in life as well, is what I think I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how about you, Madison? What do you have to say about 2023?
I think the highlights are definitely the school events, the football games, the night pep rally. I think we put a lot of effort into the events and they're really fun, to get together as a community and just have a good time. So I think that would be my highlight.
Awesome. When I think of 2023, one of the things that really took over just the media and a lot of information is this idea of artificial intelligence. I hear about it almost every day, different types of artificial intelligence that's being used. And so I know that that's part of what's now happening with learning. Students are now going to need to learn, and teachers are going to learn to teach using artificial intelligence. So I'd like to hear from the seniors in the group. Here's some seniors that are really one semester away from graduation. What are your thoughts on artificial intelligence? Does it make a difference? Does it change the way you educate yourself? How has artificial intelligence, or how do you anticipate artificial intelligence changing the way we approach schooling on both ends? Who wants to go first?
I can go first. I think for sure I've noticed, especially with ChatGPT and stuff, the teachers have become a lot more careful and using turnitin.com or other sources. We just have to be a lot more thorough now because everyone's suspected of cheating all the time because of AI. So I think that's a big one. Yeah.
So the teachers are a little bit more careful.
Yeah.
But has it been a benefit, do you think, at all, being able to use something like ChatGPT?
I think so, yeah, because it could help, let's say I'm writing an essay and I need help. You don't have to obviously plagiarize, but, it could give you ideas of, other things to research and, further go off of.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So it doesn't necessarily have to give you the complete version that you're going to copy and paste it, but it might give you a template that you can borrow some ideas from. Inspiration, and even an outline. Mm-hmm. It might even do that as well. So, Ariana, how about you?
I think it's pretty useful at sometimes, but I just think we kind of overuse it sometimes. And like sometimes some kids depend on it, but I think it's pretty useful. Yeah, like what she said, like to gain like inspiration and stuff.
Awesome, awesome. And I could totally see that being the case where we start counting on it and start, using it, and that becomes a crutch of where we get our information. So if someone asks you a question, all of a sudden it's like, wow, let me check what ChatGPT has to say. And so I totally get that. What about you, Kayla? What are your thoughts?
I agree with both of them, to be honest. Like, it helps you, like, expand your thinking sometimes, but then there's some students, like they say in Spanish, like, a veces se pasan with their, like, copying, like, word for word. But you can also use it to, like, I guess, expand your thinking, like I said. You can get ideas from it, but obviously not copy word for word. But some kids do that, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I got one student, jokingly, I think, said, what I do is I take an essay and I run it through ChatGPT 7 times, then they can never know I'm plagiarizing because it's all mixed up. So I think he was joking with that information. You know what? But let's, on the light side, you have classes. And so I want you to think of what is a class that you think is the most fun and why? Why is it the most fun class? So who wants to go first?
I can go. I think probably, I think I have the most fun in my ASB class. Honestly, being like a part of ASB, it's kind of helped me because I feel like we've created like this bond and like this community that none of the other students can really like say that they have. But I feel like we're pretty good about that. Like with our roles and stuff, I was made ASB social media manager, so I think that like kind of just helps me like interact more with the school and just like get into touch with everything.
Awesome. And so how about you, Madison?
I think for me, my history class is definitely one of my favorite, most fun classes because I just enjoy history in general. But also, I'm in the IB program, so it's like a 2-year course. So my teacher from last year is my teacher from this year, Mr. Porter. But I also had him my sophomore year, and I just think he's a really good teacher. He's really invested in his students, and it's just fun to be in the class and like know people that I've been with last year and like just be familiar with everyone.
Awesome. Kayla, what do you have to say?
I would say my PLTW biomedical class because I've been with like the same people for the past 4 years, and I just like learning things like about the human body system, and because I want to go into that field, I want to be a medical examiner. So studying all of that makes me like want to learn, and yeah, the other classes I do enjoy, but I enjoy like my PLTW class more because I'm surrounded by like kids that I've like been with for 4 years, so I really enjoy the environment in there.
That is awesome. And so part of what I heard in each of you is that you're connecting and bonding with the group, whether it's because you've been with them multiple years or because you create an environment where you have a common interest and you get to bond and have a common experience. So I think those are really good things to think about as we're trying to create an environment, a positive environment for all our students every single day. So your experience, you're one semester away from graduating, and let's say if you were giving advice to some of the incoming students, and it could be a incoming freshman, or an 11th grade student, what advice would you give them in order for them to be successful in school? What comes to mind?
I would honestly just say like surround yourself with good people. Like that would actually push you to do better and to just be like your best self, and I guess avoid problems and drama because that's not going to matter after high school. Like all of that, like I guess when they say like, oh, I'm beefing with this person, it's not going to matter after high school. After that, they forget about it. They forget about everyone. So awesome. I would just say like just focus on yourself and your friends and just good people.
Good people. Awesome. Very good. Ariana?
I would say just stay on top of your work as much as you can, because a lot of people, like, there'll be some times where I'll be like, oh, I'll do this later, and then I just never do it, and then it ends up, like, catching up to me later on. So I would just say, like, just stay on top of your work.
Do it now, right?
Yeah.
Because I know one thing that we tend to say is, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. And it's like tomorrow is, then it's today, and it's like, I know, do it now. Get it over with, and that allows you to actually get it done. Because I think that's what you're saying is get it done. You get it done, you're going to have success. A big part of having success in school and in life and in other places is get the work, whatever it is, get it done. And what about you, Madison?
For me, back to what Kayla was saying about, like, it's not that serious. Like, after high school you're not going to think about it. I feel like just don't be too hard on yourself, like friend-wise, class-wise. Like, of course, try your best, but like don't be too hard on yourself with certain things that happen, because things happen. You just need to like move on from it and do better, because again, like there's life after high school. I think that's a really big thing for people.
Right. That's awesome. Remember, put it all in context. You've got a whole life to live, and so many things will happen, and this is just one of those steps to get you where you're going to get to next. But it is your senior year, and so as you think of your last semester here at El Rancho Unified School District, what are you looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to like the events, like what is it, senior sunset and prom and all of that. Oh, and grad night too, graduation. I would say like looking forward to all the events that you can do with your whole class.
Yeah, all the senior events, and I realized that this group right here, you guys were in 8th grade when that pandemic started, right? Is that right? So you probably didn't have a whole lot of events in the 8th grade promotion. So this is it must be even more special. I can imagine those end of the year activities are going to be even more special. What about you, Madison?
Definitely graduation. I had a good experience with school, I feel, but I just feel like I'm ready to like move on into new things in a new environment. Like I feel like I've been really well prepared to like go to college and like have a new journey. I don't know, I'm just excited for change.
So you're excited that you see that ending line and you want to go through it and say, hey, I've done well. It's time to move on to the next chapter of my life, that journey. And so, Ariana, why don't you bring it home to us?
I'm excited for both, actually, like doing all the like senior activities and then graduating too. I never really thought about college, but I think like now I'm really excited to like start applying and like actually looking forward to that part of my life.
Very, very good. I got to tell you, this has been a pleasure to be here talking to you and hearing from, sharp minds. And I'm so proud of having you in this district and you're such a great representation of the El Rancho Unified School District. You really demonstrate a lot of will and commitment and the ability to push ahead and be successful. And so I want to thank you for being in this podcast. I want to ask you to send the word out. Once you get it, pass it on so people know about the podcast. We do have a monthly podcast called Leaders in Education, and so we are hoping to continue to push that forward so we can learn more about each other, learn about the community, learn about our schools, and every day we want to get better and better and better because we want people to know what a great thing is happening here in our district. So many fantastic things are happening in our schools every single day. And with that, this is our special holiday edition. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank our audience for listening. Have a wonderful day. Have wonderful holidays. And we always say, keep on leading and keep on learning until we meet the next time.
Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at El Rancho Schools.